Welcome to Wayfarer 717. My name is Nichole. I've been trying to make this video for a few days actually. Last night I sat down to get ready for it. I felt ready for it. I was just bombarded with all of these thoughts, these downloads, and as I was shuffling this new deck I got, this new Oracle deck, Messenger's Oracle actually, so much stuff just started popping out and I just felt completely overwhelmed, and I'm like, I can't. I can't do it. So I just kind of went to bed and decided I would try again today. So today I'm feeling more ready. I'm just feeling a lot of renewal, I guess. Renewal, changes, new beginnings. But there's a need to remove the mask. I feel like someone's wearing a mask, like you're wearing a mask. That's what I'm feeling. I don't feel like it's someone else. I think it's you. But I feel this sense of coming into yourself, of coming into your energy, whether that's your divine feminine or your divine masculine, and it doesn't matter if you're male or female. Both can resonate for both. It's just energy. So I think we're just going to see where this all leads. Last night when I was sitting here, I had it recording and I was just like I found myself being so quiet just because I was feeling so overwhelmed with information. So I'm really hoping Spirit takes a little bit easier on me today so I can actually complete a reading. So I'm going to start with this Oracle deck, Messenger Oracle, and I'm feeling like I need to pull a few. I feel like there's quite a few things that need to be said here. Alright, Spirit. What is the message? I did pre-cut, pre-shuffle all of these off camera. Embrace the masculine. So yeah, whether you're male or female, we all have a male and feminine energy. So maybe you're just needing to embrace the side that's, more a little quicker to set boundaries and be a little bit harder, but yeah. He's kind of got a mask on too. So I think it's just, it's okay to know that you don't have to be like soft all the time. It's okay to be a little bit more, I don't know, rough and tough keeps coming to my head, but that's not even what I'm I'm hoping you're understanding me. Women are just more sensitive, more emotional. Men are not as emotional. Not as... I mean, some men are, but I think those men are just more in touch with their feminine side. You gotta find the balance between the two. It doesn't always serve to be too sensitive and understanding. Alright, anything else? Yet. I do feel like there's more from this. Oh. Let your emotions flow. So you still need to be able to feel your feelings. Just don't dwell in them. Let them flow when it's necessary, you know. You have to feel your emotions, whether they're positive, negative, or whatever. You just have to learn to control yourself to not stay in them. Maybe that's where this embrace the masculine is coming in. Make the sacrifice and heed the messengers. So there are things in your life that you know you have to sacrifice in order to get where you're going. I feel like in order to reach your destiny, to reach your calling, if that makes sense. But you have to feel emotions and you have to balance. You have to have the balance in your emotions to be able to make the sacrifices that you need to make. I think you're, excuse me, I think you're in a situation that's not really serving your highest good and you know that you need to leave it. That's what I'm feeling. But you're maybe feeling a certain kind of way. Maybe it's a situation that, you know, you're just used to. And even though you know it's not a good situation or a place that's for your best, your highest, or even any good for you at all, it's kind of a comfort because that's what you're used to. You feel like maybe that's the only place for you. There are bigger things that you want, but you are never going to be able to attain them if you don't make those necessary sacrifices. And you're getting all of these downloads. You're getting these messages. I feel like you're hearing them loud and clear, but you're talking yourself out of it. You're telling yourself you're not hearing what you're hearing, that it's just you or whatever. I think there's an internal battle going on right now. And maybe that's why I'm feeling this mask that you're wearing. Maybe it's a mask for safety. Maybe you're afraid to be too vulnerable or too afraid to let your emotions flow and show. That mask you think is your protection. But I think maybe it's just a little bit of a prison. I'm going to pull some tarot. You really need to pay attention to the messages because they're coming and they're giving you all of the answers that you're seeking, and whether you want to hear them or not, they're what you need, and it's what you need to be paying attention to and what you need to be focusing on to get yourself out of the situation. It's giving you answers on how to make those sacrifices. And we got the 7 of Cups. Yeah, you've got obstacles and opposition in the way. They're your own emotions. Majority of them. Maybe you're too deep in your emotions. And that's why you gotta embrace the masculine, because you gotta you gotta toughen up a little bit. You gotta think more logically instead of, I don't know, I just feel like you're trapped in your mind. It's like she's looking up, but she's not really seeing, you know? She's seeing, but she's like unaware of everything around her all at the same time. She's just letting these obstacles kind of get in her way, these challenges. And sometimes the challenges are just us getting in our own way, and we have got to step out of our way. We've got to get out of our comfort zone to be comfortable. I always thought that made no sense. You got to get uncomfortable to be comfortable, but it makes so much sense. How do you learn about yourself if you don't do things that scare you, or, you know? Now we have the Nine of Cups and Death. You have to be tenacious in what you want. The things that drive you. And it's only a matter of time before you attain these things. But you have to have some faith. That's what I think you need. I think you need to, I think you've lost hope. There's a loss of hope. And whatever you believe in, however you believe, I think it's important that you get in touch with those beliefs and that faith. You got to be connected. Find some grounding. Get outside. And then here's Death. There's a rebirth, a renewal waiting to happen. But you have to let go of baggage, whether that be, oh my God, I'm going to sound like a broken record. Whether that be mindset, because mindset is key to everything else. If you're doing the same thing over and over and you're not getting, it's the whole doing the same thing over and over and expecting the same result. You can't do that. You can change everything else about yourself, but if you don't change your mindset, it's still the same shit. Like you're still just doing the same thing and expecting a different result. You can't. You have to align with your true self. You know, you have to figure out what that is. But you have to remove this mask that you're wearing. You have to be vulnerable, even if it's just with yourself at first. But you have to love and accept the vulnerable side of you. You can't expect to get anywhere if you're not vulnerable. Because if you're not vulnerable, you're not open. You're not open to anything but your own mind. And then here at the bottom, there was one more flipped. The Knight of Pentacles. So this is going to potentially affect your finances too, but you got to find that grounding. It's very important. Very important. He's looking, he's searching. He's in motion, you know, he wants to go for it. He wants to go for his dreams, whatever this dream might be, but he's got to make the sacrifices. Excuse me. Alright. Oh. Okay. Maybe another tarot. See what we got going on here, because I feel like it's a lot, but it's also not enough. Alright. Ten of Swords. So, yeah. You're coming into completion. But it's also related to grounding and the masculine. Maybe it's a completion to this emotional cycle. Because there's a lot of emotions going on here. I'm so sorry. It's honestly my allergies. Okay, yeah, I think I want to try and pull from this oracle deck. See if it's got anything to say. Alright. What's this completion? I don't know if I can get that in here. Completion of what? Strength. So yeah, I really feel like you're getting ready to enter into a new beginning with yourself. You're coming into yourself. You're going to be finding your strength. But in finding your strength, you've got to make the sacrifices. That's where it starts. Making those sacrifices. Because you're so ready. I feel like you are just so ready. And your completion is waiting for you. You gotta get out of your head. Stop just daydreaming and do. Stop being in your head. And take some action. That's what you need. You need to take some action towards what it is that is driving you. What is it that is keeping you stuck? What is this mask that you need to take off? You need to expose yourself. You need to, maybe you're not seeing the beauty of you. Maybe you think showing who you are is going to be too much for someone. But you have to take the mask off for yourself, because you have to get to know you. You have to, there's healing, you know? Every video, healing, healing, healing. And I'm sorry, but we have healing to do every day for many different things. And I'm just here to deliver the message. So speaking of healing, let's go to this deck that I love so much for healing. The Victoria Francis Oracle. And if you're liking my videos and I'm doing too much of one thing, because I don't have just a normal, like, so-called spread I just do what I feel compelled to do and draw what I feel compelled to draw, and then the cards go where the cards go, you know. But if you want to see more tarot, let me know. If you want to see more oracle, let me know. If there's something different that you want to see. I mean, I'm new to this, so over time things will change and evolve, and we'll do things differently, and I'm sure there's going to be many different topic levels. I'm not going to lie, I currently try to stay away from love readings, like relationship readings, just because I'm on my own healing journey with something like that. So, but if it pops up, it pops up. By all means, if spirit feels that I need to be the one to deliver a message on love, I'll do it. Let's see. So, she's laying in a cemetery. I don't know that she's feeling so much lost as she's, well, I think she's just got a lot of contemplating that she's doing about sacrifices that maybe need to be made. Because I do feel, once again, like this is like sacrifice. But unable to know which direction to take, possibly. That's what I'm feeling. I don't know that I've ever pulled this card either. If I have, it's been a very long time. So I'm just because I want to be able to be as clear with it. Stability in action, so yes. The house in the distance represents stability, but you're looking for a new challenge, a sense of freedom, the need to spread your wings and allow them to take you wherever you need to be at this time. Yeah, I've just been having such a sense of needing to break free the last few days. So this makes sense to me. You're in a privileged position of having opportunities open to you, but you must now take action rather than dreaming about what might be. It's easy to let life pass you by, but life is for living to the fullest, and situations can change for the better or worse in a heartbeat. Now is the time to embrace the moment. Know that you have the support behind you to change your path if you choose. It is only you stopping you from moving on. There is a feeling of being stuck in limbo. Change your vibration by acting soon. So yeah, you got to take action. You can't just sit idly by and feel like, oh, woe is me. What do I do? How do I move? Because you're already getting the messages. You're already receiving the answers, but you're not allowing yourself to be vulnerable enough to even listen. So you got to listen. Open up your ears. Open up your eyes. We talked about this the other day. be open to the messages, even if they're not the ones that you want to hear, because they are for your highest good. They're for your best. Got to be willing. If you're asking the questions, you got to be willing to receive the answers, regardless. Otherwise, don't even ask the questions, you know? I don't always like the answers to my questions either, but I try to listen. I don't always listen, but I try. I don't know why I'm coughing so much tonight. My allergies have just been on one. All right. I want to try one card from this deck. All right. Is there anything else? Any other guidance from here? I'm really loving this new deck that I got. This Messenger Oracle. I might actually go there. Oh. Guess I had a few things I wanted to say. It's a lot. It's a lot, but I'm going to take them all. Just because. So, the first one that we got was good luck. So, you are about to come into a time of good luck once you have. Another card that came out was boundaries. So we've already talked about boundaries. So you got to set these boundaries, make these sacrifices. Embrace your masculine side. But also learn to know when to embrace your feminine side as well. So that you can let your emotions flow in the directions that they need to flow and do not live and dwell in them. Instead, let them be a lesson. Positive, negative, you know, everything's I feel like even a negative situation has a positive message, even if we can't see it at the moment. But then I have travel came out, as well as love. So as much as I didn't want it to be, maybe it is a message of love. And maybe there's a distance between you. And maybe the mask is for your protection in this perceived dangerous situation that is love. But whatever messages you're receiving in your time of contemplation, those are what you need to pay attention to. Because whatever it is that you're thinking about taking action towards, the wealth that you're going to be receiving isn't a wealth in my sense. Maybe it's love. Maybe the new beginning is allowing yourself to step into a situation that you've only been dreaming about. Maybe you need to let your emotions flow towards this person as well as yourself. You have to learn to love you. But you're going to have to move forward and take that action. There's nothing stopping you but you and your mindset. You need to learn to embrace what's coming. Make the sacrifice or sacrifices that you know that you need to make. And with that comes clarity, which also came out. I feel like maybe your answers are clear, but you're clouding them up with I just want to say addiction, and I don't necessarily know. You know, it could be drug addiction, but we can also be addicted to other things like broken record that I am, our mindset. But you have to have the courage to break free. So that you can move on and move forward. Let me see if message has it, or spirit has any other. I can really speak today. You know, many times I've already wanted to cut this video. I'm just like, push through. Push through, Nichole. You can do it. It is by far, no matter how bad this video is, it is still by far better than anything that I was trying to accomplish last night. It just was not working out. Not working out at all. I just felt stuck, you know. Stuck in the downloads. Maybe that's how you're feeling. Stuck in your downloads. Find some time if you don't feel like you're getting your answers. Maybe you need to find some time to just be outside. Or just somewhere where it's just you, away from everybody else. Just a quiet, peaceful place. You need some peace so that you can just sit and be. Sometimes we're so busy just going. And really that's like, to me, I feel like that's an avoidant thing to do. Just always so busy you don't have time to process any of how, you know, you are feeling or things that you may be going through. I feel it's very important to sit and just be sometimes and allow yourself to just connect and let things flow however they're going to flow. Purge if you need to purge, because you can't just keep emotions bottled up, whether they're good or bad, you know what I mean. Love's got to have a place to love, and tears have to find a place to flow. So, all right. change is unavoidable. So no matter what you're going through or what change is about to occur, whether or not you take action towards what it is that you desire, change is still going to happen. So you need to decide, do you want it to be in your benefit or do you want it to still continue to play against you? So if you want to continue to sit and avoid and not make the sacrifices, change is still going to occur. It's just not going to be what you wanted. So learn to embrace change and learn to embrace yourself. Change can be as beautiful or as ugly as you want it to be. But at the end of the day, it's going to be all about your perspective and your willingness to do what it is that you know that you need to do and take the steps that you know that you need to take. I'm going to end this reading here. If you like this video, please comment. I would love to hear from you guys so much, whether it's positive or negative. See you tomorrow.